Thank you for attending the Operation Improvements Committee meeting. Today is 31st of January 2023. Thanks, I've got my little PA with me tonight, so she'll just be keeping quiet, won't you? Yeah. So item number 1 on the agenda is to receive apologies for absence. And I believe we've had apologies from Councillor Coyle and Councillor Cosby.
Councillor Walton.
Item number 2 is to note declarations of members' interests. Nominated. Item 3 to confirm and sign the minutes to the Operation Improvements Committee meeting held on the 31st of October 2022. It should be in the pack. All those in favour of accepting minutes? Abstention? Here, item number 4 is public participation. Do not exceed 15 minutes for any members of the public to ask questions or submit comments.
Trying to put my member of the public, who's up there? Jeez.
Yeah.
You got anything to say? Good. Sounds good.
Item number 5 is to note the year-to-date financial position for the Operation Improvements. So that will be contained in the draft.
That's the pages 8 and 9.
If they look at terms, it's not appropriate, but the rules this morning, Cheshire should be turning down to rights. You've got a budget there for 6,000. I don't know whether there's any impact when it goes plus.
The consideration within Cheshire is advanced next week they are consultant and then use a financial plan. And there are a number of proposals in there. One is more reduced lifespan. That's focused generally on rural areas rather than areas having to put that through. That said, it rules affect
That's very good.
Any other questions, queries regarding the financial position?
Just from my own interest, the income of the committee, how is that generated?
That's grant funding from the Heritage Fund. That's towards class.
Yeah. Item number 6 is to receive an update and consider matters relating to the delivery plan for 22-23.
So, apologies to everybody, there's a great deal of voice tonight, so we'll keep this as brief as possible. It's been the report there, the update contains the main area of expenditure. Notable is the final installation of cameras, CCTV cameras, which we've been waiting for, which are now run on Merchant Street, North Street and Chambers Street, which are there to detect flight tipping and for waste management and maybe to enforcement and deterrence of that type of behaviour. One of the cameras has been donated by Cheshire's Council and Sanity to purchase by Crusoe Council. There is, I previously requested it that we will have some budgets left this year, £2,340, which then is previously agreed to carry forward to next year in advance reserve that will cover ongoing data costs for the operation of those cameras. Due to new ways of working, members might like to note that our Lead Ranger, that post was a secondment within ANSA, and that Lead Ranger role will not continue beyond the end of March. That role, those responsibilities will be taken up by a ranger supervisor who will look after all of the townhouse rangers. So our input will remain the same, but we'll be speaking to a supervisor to take over that responsibility. One of the big concerns with ANSA is to ensure that all the ANSA ways of working are adhered to, and that all risk assessments are, carried out and is operated to working. I do that they will achieve some consistency. As a result of that, our Lead Ranger will be moving on with that leading ANSA. So we will be replacing him as standard range role. In other news, Christmas animation was well received. Sorry, now I'm speaking. Sorry, you mind?
In other news, Christmas animation was well received. I'll track back to the page and work out where we're at. Yeah, Christmas animation well received. There's some new branded blue line blue jackets for the support of creative champion volunteers who support activities in the town centre, events and promotions. The Knife Angel project is proceeding very positively. We've been taking that forward, all the difficult operational aspects of that. We have this afternoon, because of that, we've received confirmation from the relevant Cheshire results that will be post-session requested at Memorial Square. So the consultation request approved, that should be fine. That's at the preference of members and also the police who are forming part in that, and also Cheshire Tops who are also funding it. So there's lots of technical work to do on making sure that goes forward, and that will be done. The £100,000 expenditure on new playground at Frankfurt Avenue consultation was completed. It's been very well received, and actually got responses, which is always a positive consultation. That will inform the design of the presentation of that, and also the CCTV cameras installed at Frankfurt Avenue, will soon be active anyway, which will help support that equipment being less challenged and reduce.
That camera can be installed very soon, or is that?
Is installed.
The work is being carried out on the pole. I believe it's installed, but I'm not. Just to point out, because the work is going to carry.
Thank you, Jim. The nice thing was brought up at the RBL branch, and quite a bit of them are not very happy. Thinking that it's
there should be nothing there, whatever, but I'm talking about people that were in the First World War. I'm sorry, post. Unfortunately, they've still got old attitudes, and so whether you're going to get anything from them or not, I don't know. They could make their mind up. Some of them were against it, some of them said it was all the way. And so whether or not you'll get any information, we'll find out sooner or later. Just what I let you know. Sorry,
I'm asking you because I've just got particular.
Sorry, yes. Five, then.
Would you like that?
In terms of the knife things, we'll have to with the other one, I've asked you to send the next week. Just going back, sorry, so in terms of the knife ranger, we've been looking at costs for installation and there is a requirement for a deposit, which is refundable deposit for the use of the angel. And I've asked today for an increased consideration, increased amount set aside in the earmark reserve, because the activity will take place in May. All the funds to be held in the earmark reserve is from this year's budget, but to increase that to £6,500. The reason I've asked that is to accommodate that possible also, the costs are coming out quite high in terms of installation and transportation. So we have responsibility to transport the angel by quite a big vehicle with a crane and a number of people, depending on the day of the week we're able to transfer it. We could be looking on social hours and weekend working, so that's what to accommodate that. But in the instance that we don't need to spend that full amount for those logistical things, I would ask if we could use that funding to cover some writing and some other support around the statue, so that the money that's being contributed by them and me can cover that. And just going back to parks again, just a request, we have some budget left for volunteer activity in the parks, which because we haven't installed Frank Webb Avenue yet, it's not going to be installed until the summer. We've only just got the consultation back. Suggesting that we still want to spend that money. That's how we budget to support volunteer activity, and then any extras that the community asks for over that time. Celebration one actually. Moving on from there, in terms of public ground budgets, I've received a request from the Heritage Road Action Group to purchase 2 additional bear bins. Now, originally, O and I agreed to spend £1,000 on bins, or up to £1,000 on bins, and then because we persuaded Andy to replace the post bins, we settled on buying 1 bear bin for the right of Heritage Road. That bin has been very well received. Apparently, people have been taking selfies by it. It's lifted the atmosphere, and therefore the group asked if we could spend the remaining, some of the remaining £1,000 on 2 additional bathrooms, and they would cost £600 in total. The Christchurch project, I just want to point out there'll be more information in the Heritage Managers reports, but the funding has now come to them with the AHF, and that's a final application. They've confirmed that they will be paying £10,394 to our bank account in the next few days. So that closes that funding stream from the AHF. The total we've received or claimed from them there will be £38,890. We didn't claim £14,000 of the fund because we weren't able, because of the situation with this project and the Fabric project, we weren't able to deliver some of the work. So we 2025. So we're not using it. I think that's it. Look at the first.
Councillor Ward. So I just want to say thanks for this great students playing part to be busy with all there. Let's be system. And similarly, I would down to say that tonight we have proposed that comment 600 comments on that. Scroll through all the things automatically, but I think it would really help if we could get a synopsis, maybe break down in comments from Cheshire East, because that is really, really rich days about how people feel about the streets. This should be to the street day back. Some people are just like elsewhere. So it's a really useful source of information.
So which consultation?
This is the one that's crazy to us about your streets, your say.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And so there, there is a consideration sort of 1 to 6. Agenda. I'm also going to put that consideration with as your voice. Yeah, so it's consideration sort of on page 14 of the fact there's 5 points there. Place the residual budget, £2,340 in earmark reserves to be used against future costs for the CCT limit. Fund additional 2 bare bins for Manchester Road at a cost of £600 for the public grant budget. To allocate remaining funds the volunteer support to an earmarked reserve to support the development of Frankwood Park villages. To place £6,500 in earmarked reserves towards the cost associated with the night angle programme. As the any remaining budgets be allocated for purposes outlined in the delivery plan. And to note the completion of the nature and the went through.
Sorry, can I just yes, also there is maybe curbside. They face the oncoming traffic. What they have in other countries, these always slope things that you can throw something as you pass on a bicycle. So it's double wheel. If they're just facing that way, they might because it's fun to throw something.
And the people on the path have got to go in a road and put stuff in, so it's quite.
No, it wouldn't be facing the road. It would be dependent. It's all. Yeah, but it wouldn't be that. Just
So in the direction of the truck.
yeah, not facing.
I'd like to move that. I'd like to move on.
You'd like to move all of it.
We decided to get off the five. Yes.
I would.
Do we have a second for that? That's all right. Thank you very much. Item number 7 is to see.
Sure, we're all in favour.
Oh, yeah. Glad you're on point with that. Thank you. All those in favour? Unanimous? Yeah. Just testing. Item 7. To receive an update and consider matters related to the Clean Air Group project.
Thank you. So I have been update there. To improve projects continuing. We are halfway through the streets that were originally allocated to improve projects, so that work is continuing. And the next tranche of door knocking, etc. will go on through the summer. It's much easier to get activity and get community involved in cleanups and activity when it went better. And there was some activity back in January, sorry, in November last year. But the next contract activity was improved. There has been a meeting, site meeting on the Fourways area, which backs onto Main Street, down to Bolton Street. There's a big green area that the community had previously adopted, but is a little bit victim to quite a things, some mess in that area. The community payback team has now re-established its work and has a lot of hours to make up, and they have offered to do that work. So the Rangers will support it, that the payback team are able to clear areas and collect rubbish, but they can't really take it away because they no longer have vehicles that be able to do that. So the Rangers will support that. Etc. There is an offer there for the payback team to support the town council activities. So members have any suggestions, any projects that fit the right criteria and can be put into the programme, please do let me know, and that will speak to someone to have those projects included. We have a contract with Cheshire Council at the moment, which is due to continue in the new financial year for an enforcement officer to support that project, the project. We consider an allocation for next year based on calculations that could be made at the time. Since then, there's been a public sector pay deal, which was slightly different to what was anticipated, and therefore costs have increased. We've been asked by Cheshire Council if you have no spare funds to cover those additional costs. We think the town council can provide that additional funding to continue the enforcement officer role, and the difference is £2,934. Therefore, asking to that amount could be taken from next year's public realm budget, to cover those increased costs. Part of the allocation next year is also sitting within life reserves because of the phasing of the money. I'm also asking them to consider an allocation of £1,500 from regeneration projects for next year to provide creative activities in the section 46 area around the alleyways for community events. And that would involve bringing in some artists to do some work on some of those celebration days, holidays that the residents want to enjoy in their alleyways, and encourage some more engagement. There's quite a mixed community on those streets, and it would be a great opportunity to talk to people more about involved in conversations.
The approach by the co-op manager, it's about the idea of the co-op and explaining the challenges around it. If there's anything like that going on that would benefit from co-op support, please let me know. So little fairs to might benefit. Of course.
Everybody happy to move those items to consideration? Well, so what? All those in favour? Unanimous? Item number 8 is to receive an update, consider matters related to heritage, page 44.
We'll take the highlights of the work achieved at the last committee. The main thing to highlight are that the pre-work exhibition is starting to take shape. The designers will have an interpretation plan to be next week, and we'll be starting to get the community involved together on these objects as well as look at how we put together. We've been talking to partners about potential loans, and we've been talking about the programme to support the exhibition. The Heritage Open Days are well under development. We have around 30 organisations looking at what we can provide for the festival, which will run from the 8th to the 17th of September. There are lots of opportunities for partners working together, and we're also working with the national team to ensure media coverage. The next meeting will take place on the 1st of March to start solidifying the programme. A number of schools have been in touch for heritage walks on the social media posts, which Councillor Wright has kindly led. We've received some really positive feedback on that. We're looking at how we can incorporate the heritage trails work that we're doing. The contract for the heritage management plan for the railway cottages has been awarded and is underway. The building historian is working on significant cottages at the moment, and the work is due to complete by the 24th of March. And work has continued with the Heritage Centre trustees and is focused on improving collections, care and information. And this is involved supporting the development of new cataloguing procedures and new storage space, which meets museum accreditation standards. But as the heritage offer continues to grow, and partners are supporting this with their own activity, to make the best use of opportunities and resources, it's been necessary to consider some timelines and request the transfer of some of the 2022-23 budget into the earmarked reserves. So the projects that we're requesting are transferred into the earmarked reserves are £800 for the production of the plaques to Ada Neil Chew and Wilmot Welch. The wording for Ada is well underway, but we are still trying to contact the site owner who will not refer to those needs that we will not be able to produce the plaques in time for the end of the financial year. It's not that the plaques are changing, it's just the timelines for production. We would ask that £1,500 for the production of the heritage trails is into the earmarked reserve, to allow the trails to be informed by the work that's been carried out on the works exhibition. We are asking that £5,000 for the schools and community needs assessment is moved into the earmarked reserves, because that would be heavily informed by the findings of the audience agency work, which is being commissioned by Fisheries and is due to be completed by the end of March. So to make use of that information. And ask for £2,000 for a significant assessment, the crew is to identify evidence for local listing of further listing is also moved into the earmarked reserves, so that we can take the learning from the railway cottages project to inform them. The report therefore asks to approve the request to transfer the identified projects to the earmarked reserve.
Questions regarding that? No?
Yeah, so can I ask what the £5,000 is likely to be invested in, or?
Right. The idea is that we can make best guess on what kind of heritage offer would work most members of the community. But this assessment would allow us to go directly to schools and to community groups to engage with residents and ask what kind of offer they would benefit most from.
Probably this
Sure. Thank you. Can we have a Councillor Clark? Thank you, Councillor Francis. Councillor Clark. All those in favour? Councillor One.
Can I just ask for a note to thank the chair of the railway cottages for his help on the walk, and also to acknowledge the support of the residents there who are very welcoming of groups that do walk around. It's a difficult conversation for them. So just a thanks to the residents.
Councillor One. Thank you.
So, hopefully, in light of the activity achieved through the Architectural Heritage Fund Award and where the work is now up to, as the regeneration manager has already said, the original proposition by Fisheries Council was to develop a technology and digital innovation campus on the site at Christchurch. This was found to be unviable, and the new proposition is therefore still required. The significant change in the scope of the future High Street Fund project to develop and means that there is now a reduced investment 1.9 million to approximately £400,000. And this also impacted the deliverables for the Architectural Heritage Fund Award, as the Regeneration Manager already mentioned. At the end of the funding, the main points to highlight are that Christchurch remains in the ownership of the Diocese of Chester and the Church Commissioners. That Cheshire East Council continues to hold maintenance fees on the nave, tower and baptistry. That Crewe Town Council has taken legal advice to support decision making around the form a community trust should take. However, the trust has not been established. This is to ensure the charity articles that any trust would have do not limit the possible propositions. And Crewe Town Council is in a strong position to proceed once a viable proposition is determined. Pastoral scheme of use is to develop communities and enterprise centre in Christchurch is in place, subject to planning permission and listed building consent, which enables the building ownership to be transferred for this use. Once a viable proposition is developed, transfer of ownership can take place for this identified use. If the proposition is different, the statutory process will need to be completed again. And officers are continuing to work with the community to find a sustainable use for the building in line with members' wishes as resolved in minute OML 21/4/8/5. Members are asked to note the updates on the conclusion of the Architectural Heritage Fund.
Thank you. Anyone willing to move on? That's been noted.
I just want to emphasize this all once the market proposition is established. It's a big thing for any. It's very difficult to get into trust with one process ourselves. We don't get hands on.
That's exactly why we started that way. To be confident that any trust that's established has a sustainable future and has that.
We'll turn that as noted then. Fair enough. Item number 9 is to receive an update on Crewe bid update on page 48.
So, groundwork were commissioned last year to develop the plans around the business improvement district of Crewe. When we started that work in earnest, there was a period of desktop work, just checking contacts, connections, and trying to build the list of the properties which would be, of course, within the bid district to ensure that contact details were correct, etc. And they've now started to go out directly talking to businesses again. And the plan is to set up a bid steering group. Potential chair has been identified, who is a manager of one of the local banks. All the banks have been on the idea of bidding it, they've all been contacted. The contacts also been made with shopping centre and many of the businesses in that process will continue. The first bid steering group meeting, which will be for businesses interested in the concept of that bid, will be on the 10th of February, and there'll be another one on the 2nd of March, and then we'll continue with some frequency over the next few months. The intention is to lodge 84 days notice to Cheshire East Council, or more than 84 days notice to Cheshire East Council, with the intention to have ballot businesses as a statutory process. So that will be launched in the spring. The intention being that the ballot will take place in October. That being the first convenient date really to work with Cheshire East Council, that also fits with groundworks, timing, and at the time would be required to develop a business plan and take that to the businesses and commission that before ballots. So that's the outline process. And advise it's quite a challenge at the moment to develop the bidding crew. we will have to review at some point what the progress is looking like and what in honesty the support would be for that ballot. So the draft business plan will go out and they'll look at feedback, and at that point we may have to consider whether it's worth continuing. But they are quite positive that this is doable and they've got the experience to do it in other places. But just having that caveat that we don't just roll on without testing the waters. So progress seems to be happening. I'm involved in those conversations and will continue to be involved in the meetings and making introductions for groundwork to local contacts wherever they need support. And indeed to local politicians who themselves included. I'm interested in sense development. At some point soon, just to make them be there at and how you think about comments. So I guess that's something to look forward to. So there are no considerations. No questions.
Those three areas. The detail part,
They've been involved in the initial discussions around this, and they will be. What the Chamber doesn't have is a real retail membership, and they are keen to develop retail membership, and they're looking at their own means of generating that. So, but I don't see it in competition. So they're aware of, and they will be supportive of, but I don't expect them to be particularly active in that.
My apologies for my ignorance, but what are the benefits of a bid?
So a bid is run by the businesses. They set up their own organisation, and a levy is drawn based on what's proposed in the business plan, which creates a fund, and that is spent according to that delivery plan. So it can focus on the retailers enough, but retail, hospitality, any of the businesses around the street, to deliver whatever improvements they want to see. So it may be in marketing town or a particular street.
All these the bulleted themes.
Yes, so
Such as security, crime.
exactly according to their priorities. So that's the benefit for the businesses and indeed the town. But it also creates another voice in the town potential to work for the town council to work with them on shared projects.
More questions? Item number 10 is to receive an update on Cheshire's council central disposal of garage stock.
Cheshire East Assets provide us with the opportunity to respond to demonstrate if there is any interest from this council in their intent to dispose of 3 garage sites in Crewe. You've got the details in front of you. The garage sites are out Main Street, Queen Street. From this committee's most appropriate committee, the sites there are very little income and liability, and that's why she's to dispose of them. They come to town council quite likely to see if there's any interest from town council. I would suggest the liability is significantly outweigh the potential opportunity. So my suggestion is you might provide the past the opportunity.
Is there any hands on that?
no.
That's right.
Just my opinion of Adelaide Street, for instance. Parking around there is pretty bad, and that space between different garages. It's not utilised, invested. It'd be, so I'd support the removal of those garages.
That's not an option now.
No?
And this is, the option here is Cheshire's council are going to dispose of, not use they're disposing of the asset land.
Oh, right.
And they're coming to us for a point to see if the town has interest in taking them on. And I would suggest that would be more of a challenge than that.
Apologies.
I think the view of the committee is that we will pass them up.
I will pass that view on. If allows times back to Cheshire. Thank you.
Item number 11 is to consider matters relating to the draft 2023-2024 business delivery.
If I might hold on this one. So there are just a few points to the delivery plan is set out there, and there will be some matters for further definition in terms of how budget will be spent and some priorities for next year. I just wanted to point out a few areas that you might want to consider further your view. A cultural strategy was developed back in 2018. It's at a point of refresh and development now. There are opportunities to apply quite large sums of Arts Council funding to support crew. It's never received sort of money that some towns have, and we're trying to make that. The cultural strategy group was pre-released since the original strategy was written, which involves officers from town council, Cheshire Council, theatre, market hall, and there's a cultural forum group. The intention being that we build that community and look at ways of attracting funding for some big projects. On the horizon, obviously, we've got the opening of Lyceum Square and the contribution that the town council to make to that development of Lyceum Square. There will be a new programme activities and events on there. The revenue for me to do that is a bit price for money. There will be some support, but to do a meaningful programme, there needs to be a serious look at where else we come from. So there will be an application to the Arts Council for this year's programme, and no doubt just to partners to help support activity in that area. So I just wanted to flag that area, that up to yourselves, because maybe that you would like to allocate some of the regeneration project budget to supporting that animation and bringing together the other groups involved in activities in this area to help weave it together to make a bigger thing of what's happening, to make sense of the exhibitions and the events of the groups like running, what's happening, market forming, these lessons that the town council can support that with some advantages to make a bigger impact. Also, just like to point out the repurposing the High Street project has commenced, and there's a consultant in place. He's very well known in the world of placemaking, and he's worked in many of the towns related to properties. I'm in regular contact with him, and he's nominated some buildings which could have improvements to shop fronts, either through vinyls or through displays. So just looking at the practicalities of that now, he's responsible for making connections about what's already done already for those properties. What he has asked, and Cheshire East Council have asked, is that the budget they allocated, the grant they allocated through town council for delivery of equity hoarding is reallocated to this project. Stop the ground. The reason being, there are decisions which have never been taken during the development of the unallocated projects. Decisions we require in order to do the projects. It's been in abeyance for quite some time, and it may be a while before they're ready to revisit that. So while we're waiting that, there are other opportunities to improve things. And so therefore they've requested that the funding that remains, which is £10,000. We allocated to use improvements in Sheffield. In other news, the Valley-Brook project is now well underway, and plans are being drawn up for the actual route, and I'll organise a presentation when we're ready to show you what's happening there. But the plans cover the route of the walkway / cycleway along the brook and streets, interconnecting streets, can't all go along the brook, and the in-river improvements which the environment agency is producing. I just wanted to remind you that we have an earmark of £10,000 from this committee towards the heritage routes, and the heritage route gave a presentation to the Valley-Brook group on the heritage which was on received, so that we're just waiting when we know what the route is that project. And in addition, some work as a result of this work on the Valley-Brook project, there have been some discussions with United Utilities on flood management for crew. So there are areas of crew which have more severe flood risk than others. And what we would like to do is try to build in some sustainable drainage systems if possible into the route of the brook and into the areas. And so United Utilities are holding the workshops and the offices involved just to look at that to a few weeks' time. And so if members have got any comments on flooding or areas that you're aware of or concerned about, please do share with me and I'll make sure they're included. We've got maps, and so it's not reliant on this knowledge, but there may be knowledge or these that we'd like to pass on. So that's the update on the Valley-Brook. So over the pages you'll see the delivery plan. I've highlighted where I can, where I can maybe some details such as the additional funding for the enforcement officer, etc., play area improvement scheme, and we have all the detail there on the proposed plans for the regeneration for the heritage projects, etc. There are a few considerations for you to look at that, to accept that service delivery plan and the associated spend, and the budget that's already been recommended to council, that we allocate that funding, or the resolve to allocate funding to the enforcement officer, and that we consider supporting further investigation resources and funding to help deliver the cultural strategy with the support of the town centre, and that the earmark reserve for hoardings and frontages is reallocated on the request of Cheshire East Council to improving shop fronts and the associated activity in support of that repurposing programme. And that all the associated spending procurement is delivered through the council's governance, and that as normal continue to report those actions in one framework. And there's any undefined aspects of delivery progress through the appropriate governance.
Does anyone have any questions regarding the plan or considerations on what?
Any early indications about the those shops?
Sorry about
The empty shop units.
the empty shop units. Yes, so there are 5 shops that we'd like to focus on. One is Young Boots, one is Brand Red, which is a shop. That's really in good condition, and so a display in that window would be great. And we don't need to cover the window while we're leaving the stores. The M&S building, the owner does have some plans for that to have drawn up, not used as plans for students. The old Poundland, which has a sorry across it, not very helpful. And the properties where the old Avenue Arcade was, so on Market Street, Market Shopping Centre, they're the focus areas. Yes.
The other thing about that, I just So that's a great short term. Really valuable project. So potentially long term. We have really impressed with the ideas. That's all. Well,
It was just on the board of wanted it being reallocated, but the question is that we still have a say in what being designed. It's not left down to Cheshire, it's not the system.
just
Is everybody happy to make those
Yeah.
considerations with the caveat of what councillor Clark said? Councillor Clark? Councillor Ward? All those in favour? Item number 12, final item, to note the proposed date of the next meeting, which at the moment, currently down for Tuesday, the 7th of March, 2023, at 6 p.m. Thank you all for attending. I'll now declare the meeting closed.